What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Week. In this episode, we'll be previewing Friday night's clash between Collingwood and the Western Bulldogs. Let's get into it. So, on Friday night, the Alpies take on the Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium, which is a home game for us. Yes, we're playing home games at Marvel Stadium. We've known this for a while. I think we're contracted to play 2 home games a season there. I get it, why we have to play there. I know not a lot of people like it. But like Dwayne Russell came out and said today, cool, let the Pies play a couple home games at Marvel, get the revenue up for the AFL. But why do we have to play against teams that have Marvel as their home side? It's like playing North Melbourne there, Western Bulldogs there. We played West Coast there earlier this season. I get it, cool. Play Crows there. Play the Gold Coast Suns there. Play GWS there. Why are we playing against tenants of these grounds? It's like going up to the Gabba and playing Brisbane there, but it's a Collingwood home game. You wouldn't do that, so why do that with Marvel? But that's neither here nor there. That's just a little bit of a rant that I wanted to get out there. On Friday night, Pies take on the Bulldogs in the Robert Rose Cup. We know the Bulldogs got one over us last year where they just absolutely towed us. But we are way better placed this year than we are last year. We know that, despite our loss last week. Both teams are coming off losses. Obviously, us against Richmond. And the Bulldogs lost to Port Adelaide by 17 points. So, both teams really need this win. Think of it as, people say, an 8-point game. So, think of this as an 8-point game. Mainly because the Western Bulldogs are kind of nipping at the butt of the bottom 8. The bottom of the top 8, and so are we. We're sitting in that 9th sort of position as well. So we definitely need to win this game. I think we are able to match the Bulldogs. They're kind of on the same trajectory as us this season. I know they played off in the grand final last year, but this season they're kind of up and down, fluctuating a lot. Same with us. Our pressure was really, really, really down last week. It was really poor. Fly has come out and said that as well. And the Bulldogs were just non-existent after quarter time against Port Adelaide last week. We are definitely going to get a different Collingwood side than we saw against Richmond. Like I mentioned before, there was just barely any pressure against Richmond's team. We saw a lot of that in our backline where Richmond just had those repeat inside 50s. They were winning the taps, winning the clearances, getting it inside their 50. Our defenders were just not even flat-footed, just unsuspecting almost, and that's not something that you want to say for a defence. But we saw, Tom Lynch kick 5 goals in that first half against Darcy Moore because Darcy Moore's trying to intercept Mark. Jeremy Howe, the same sort of thing. We are just going to tighten that up. You can already tell. I've seen some training footage and stuff like that, and people I've spoke to around training. We're tightening that up in training this week. We're going to be better for that loss last week, and we would definitely, I feel, we won't emulate what happened. We're not going to let Norton kick 6, 7, 8 goals. I hope this doesn't bite me in the arse though. One thing I really do want to see though is us sticking tackles. Last week, there's not a stat for it, well that I can find anyway, but there was a lot of broken tackles, and you can't just give teams that sort of clearance where you try and go for a half-ass tackle, they run past you, and then you're just left there not doing anything. You got to stick those tackles. We are a very good tackling team. We got to get our run back as well. Richmond did well to mitigate it. When we were in there, hitting it into the centre as well, taking those risks. We looked really good running out of the back line. Got to do that a little bit more this week. Like I said, because we didn't do it a lot last week. And, some of these key matchups. Cameron on Martin. Who goes on to DeGoey? Who goes on to McRae, who had a stunning game last week? Who goes on to Bailey Smith? Who is going to play on Dunkley? Who is going to play on Norton? We think Darcy Moore's going to play on Norton, or do we think we're going to have more of a stay-at-home Magin, but then with Darcy Moore intercepting? So that's going to be interesting as well. Like I said, I don't think we see Norton kick more than 3 goals probably. I think we're going to have them covered because Leppich and those defensive coaches are just going to they probably went over the Richmond footage 100 times trying to get it right because we know we're coming up against, one of the best forwards in the competition. In saying that as well, I think our forwards can get off the leash a little bit. Hopefully Ginnivan and hopefully Bo McCreary get up from their flu. The flu's been ravaging the AIA Centre these last couple of weeks. That's maybe why we looked a little bit off, but we can't blame the flu. But hopefully they get up, because Ginnivan will kick another bag. Myercheck will kick another bag. So our forward line might get off the leash against the Doggies. With Keith coming back, it's going to be a little bit harder, but I think we've got the skill and the personnel to match it. What do I think is going to happen? I think Collingwood are definitely going to win. I think we're going to put in a good showing, especially with after what happened last week against Richmond. We're going to win by plus 30 points. That is a very big goal, but I'm pretty confident going into this game. And I think Myercheck is finally going to get his 5 goals as my big call. But like I said, it is going to be a very interesting game because we are on the same trajectory path this season. I think we're playing better football than the Western Bulldogs are. And again, look, yes, they haven't had a good season, but they were grand finalists last year. They still are a very good team, even without English and a couple of their other guys. So it'll be another benchmark viewing of where we sit as a football club. We saw it last week against Richmond. We were way off. We need to see a better showing against the Doggies. But anyway, guys, that's been my quick preview. Of the Collingwood Bulldogs game for Friday night. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.